Good morning from the snowy, blowing Rocky Mountains. It's icy cold outside and gray, although everything up here just has a more dramatic effect than anywhere else I've ever lived. So of course, even though it's gray, it's still quite entertaining and beautiful. Good morning. These are hashtag Be Home Together sessions. I'm Heather Barron, and just so excited to join you all today for this daily practice that has become so grounding and centering for me in the midst of everything I'm facing in my life, but also as I uplift and support the world through what we're all experiencing right now in different ways at different levels. And hi, Brady, so nice to see you. So wanting to get into the invitation to be home with ourselves, truly at home, regardless of where we find ourselves right now. If we're on a break from work and watching this recorded later, or at night watching this. Hi, honey, my fiance piping in from across the mountain. This is the time to really come home to a sense of ourselves. And we're going to talk about what that adventure looks like. Hi, Kristen. That right now can feel like incredible hardship and uncertainty, and any adventure you have ever watched or read about that you actually connected with was not just fun, most likely. Most likely it had something that the person, the protagonist that you're reading about or watching, what they overcame. Right now, all of us are the protagonists in our own adventure, in our own story. And we get to choose that. Hi, baby brother, watching from Texas. So we get to be conscious about that. And that's what this session's going to be about. How to be at home in ourselves and to choose the adversity we're facing to be the adventure that changes us into the people we never even knew we were capable of being, and hopefully in the best ways possible. So, be home together. We are going to start with the 3 things that we remember each day that are the practice of what it is to be home, as I've had come to me in my darkest times, and that have stayed with me beyond that darkness as I've moved into the rest of my life. So I invite you all to take a nice deep breath. Drop your hands by your side and just let it all out. Let yourself relax into this moment. Consciously put down any sense of efforting or tension, struggle. Put it down for right now. Hi, Buffy. You can put down that efforting and that tension right now, just for a moment. It will be there when you come back if you want to pick it back up again. But right now, just take a nice deep breath and breathe out worry and concern and fear. Let it go for this moment. We're going to be home in ourselves together. I invite you, if you're sitting in a chair, to feel held. Let yourself feel held and carried right now. If you're standing like me, allow your feet to be cradled by the ground that you're standing on. Feel held. You do not have to effort to be existing right now. Take another deep breath. I invite you to close your eyes and keep deepening your breath as we go through our 3 ideas that we do every single day. I belong here. I belong in this moment, as hard or easy as it is right now. I belong here because this is where I am, and I have the power to be present here, to hear the still small voice, to know how to proceed. I belong here with whatever challenges I'm facing. I am ready. I am ready for this moment. I was made for this time. This time was made for me. I am ready to lean into the challenges that face me, the concerns that I can't answer right now, the questions that I'm living in. I am ready for these questions, and I'm ready to face this day, whatever it holds, this next moment, whatever it holds. I am ready. I am not alone. I am never alone, because right where I am, I choose to be present with myself and to be in that place where love itself, divine love itself, God itself, is closer to me than my own breath. that I am never alone, because right where I am, when I am at home with myself, I can hear the still small voice letting me know the next right step, the next right thing in my life. I belong here. I am ready. I am not alone. Take a nice deep breath and let those truths soak in. Let them speak to you in the way that you need to hear them. Hi, Mom. Hi, Kaylee. So nice to see you. So today, as I have been just really prayerful and listening about this time that we're in together, I have a couple of things, believe it or not, from J.R.R. Tolkien, the writer of the Lord of the Rings series. And the first one is a conversation between two of his characters, Frodo and Sam. And they're in a very scary place in their adventure, in this adventure heroic journey story. Frodo says, "I can't do this, Sam." Sam replies, "I know, it's all wrong. By rights, we shouldn't even be here. But we are. It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo, the ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were. And sometimes you didn't want to know the end. Because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing. This day will come. And when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer. Those were the stories that stayed with you, that meant something, even if you were too small to understand why. But I think, Mr. Frodo, I do understand. I know now. Folk in these stories had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't, because they were holding on to something." Frodo asks Sam, "What are you holding on to, Sam?" Sam says, "That there's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for." So also from Tolkien, he writes in The Lord of the Rings, "The world is indeed full of peril, and in it there are many dark places. But still there is much that is fair. And though in all lands love is now mingled with grief, it grows perhaps the greater." This is the love on the other side of superficial love, when it becomes the only response we can have to things, the only way that we can treat people or treat ourselves. So there was a time in my experience where within 1 week, my entire life shifted, and I had to let go of 9 years of my life, a marriage, a home in the mountains. My son had just passed, and within 1 week, I had to come up with what I wanted to keep and take forward with me. Literally, I had to pack a backpack and a suitcase, and that was it. 9 years of my life. 1 week to decide what I would take. I feel like this time, we keep talking about when we can get back to normal. We talk about our new normal, but I've been thinking about this idea of, rather than looking to go back to what we had, we are being invited into choosing what we want to move forward into. And we don't get to take everything that we've had all this time. We have to pick, we have to choose what we want to carry forward in our lives. What will you let go of? What do you need to put down and not pack to take with you on this adventure, this uncertainty, this heroic journey that we're all experiencing collectively? What will you put down and what will you take with you? And I invite you to be conscious about that, to choose what it is you want to carry forward with you. This is the time to let go of the things that haven't been serving you, haven't been serving us, haven't been serving our families, our sense of caring for ourselves, and for being who we're called to be in this experience. What will you choose to carry with you? Maybe if right now feels impossibly heavy, it is because there are things you get to set down, that you get to let go of, that you get to move away from as you journey forward on your adventure. So again, what do I want or need to put down and leave behind? What will I carry with me into this next chapter of my life? And I invite everybody to think about that and to experience that sense of being at home with yourselves. To feel right where you are, that still small voice will let you know what to put down and what to take with you if you let yourself hear. Close out the noise. It's getting louder and louder out there. Fear is getting louder and louder, but fear is not inside of us. It is still external. That still small voice is all that we have truly inside of us. When we get still, we can hear that. So much love to all of you. I'm supporting and sending love all around the world, and so grateful for each of you who have joined today and who watch these videos later. Much love. Mwah.